I started a new series called Errors and Varieties, where we will be reviewing different error coins and stuff that you should be looking for in your change and rolls of coins. And also different varieties, hence the name, that could either be valuable or collectible depending on what it is. There's a big difference between errors and varieties. Errors are something that the mint didn't didn't mean to make. But varieties are things that they meant to make. But some, I think, well, some are like a mix of both, like the 55 double die and the 55 double die, poor man's double die. We'll get more on that later into the video. Today we're going to be looking at double dies. That's just a category of a mint error, and I'll tell you how that is caused in a sec. So yes, like I said, some are a mix of both, like a mint error variety. I guess let's call it that. I guess we'll just call it that. So before I start explaining how a double die coin is accidentally made, if you don't know how a coin is made, go and watch a video on it, or my video on it, how a coin is made. But I recommend watching a different video, because that video's all like stumble through my words because I'm not a very experienced YouTuber. it's a painful video. I should probably delete it and retake it or something. But if you do want to watch that video, go ahead, but don't laugh at me. So how a double die coin is actually made is that the die and the hub are pressed together twice, but slightly offset, so it has doubling, so the image comes out doubled. And then when it strikes the coin, well, the coin, of course, comes out doubled too. So that's how it's made. It's really simple. So the first coin we're going to be looking at is the 1955 double die. I'll put it up on the screen now. So this is what doubling looks like. This is a very good example of doubling taking place. You can obviously see something's wrong with the coin. It's doubled. So this one will be easy to spot, but there's also the air variety, its counterpart, the poor man's double die, 1955 double die, which is less doubled. I'm going to put it up on the screen now, if I can find one. If it doesn't pop up, then sorry, couldn't find it. So that one is less valuable because the doubling is less obvious, and therefore more of them went through quality control without being waffled. Well, if you don't know what waffling is, I didn't explain that and how a coin is made. They put it in a machine where it just stamps down on it. It's like a wavy thing, like this, and it just like makes the coin all wavy and stuff, so it makes it all not legal tender, or in other words, you can't spend it. But still, waffle coins are valuable anyway. I mean, if you find one, because usually they just melt them all down and you reuse the metal in them. So waffle coins, period, are valuable. So sorry about that, my voice cracked. The normal 1955 double die is very valuable in a VF20 condition, which is a pretty low condition. It's worth $850. So always keep that. If you ever find one, always keep it. And you're very lucky if you find one. Then in EF40 condition, it's worth $1,100. And in Mint State 63, $1,750. And in Mint State 65, $7,500. So if you're not familiar with coin grading, go ahead and look it up. I might make a video on it later. But in the meantime, you could just look it up on your own. So the next coin we're going to be looking at is the 1995 double die, which isn't as valuable because, well, the doubling isn't that obvious? So more of them went through quality control, and therefore it's less rare, and the value isn't as high as the last one we went over. So, but still, you have to sell this, or keep it if you're a collector, or just keep it anyway. So the next one we're going to be looking at is the 1984 double ear, or the 1984 double die obverse. In mint state 63 condition, it's worth $50. In mint state 65, it's worth $100. But I don't know why it's a lower value than the 55 double die, because this is more obvious, I think, than the 55 double die, you know, and for some reason, I guess more of these escaped into circulation than the 55 double die, so maybe that's why the prices are lower. Next, we're going to be looking at the 1969S double die obverse, which the prices aren't listed, but I know that I think one time one was sold at auction for over $100,000. So, but it was probably a really high grade, but they'd still be very valuable in the lower grades. But I don't know why the prices aren't listed. But the doubling isn't that obvious, so I don't know how less of these escaped into circulation, because it's so valuable. I guess less of them were accidentally made. So, well, wait a minute. Maybe less of them were accidentally made and not taken out of circulation. I mean, not, maybe quality control didn't take them out. It's just because less of them were accidentally made. I don't know. Maybe the die wore out quicker. Well, anyway, we'll make another video on worn out dies. That's another error, worn out die. There's only about 2 coins I know of that have that kind of error that are very valuable. Next, we're going to be looking at the 1972 double die. In mint state 63 condition, it's worth $200, and in mint state 65 condition, it's worth $350. Always keep those. Next, we're going to be looking at the 1970S double die obverse. It's not even in the book. I don't know why. Maybe it's less common, but always keep those. If you want to see your coins up close like this, get a USB coin microscope. They're available on couchcollectibles.com. It's another YouTube channel that's better than mine. So, subscribe to that channel. It's a great channel. I'm going to credit him for some of this stuff, for the style I'm using, because this is basically the style he uses when he talks about coins, error coins. That's what he does. Well, usually error coins. Let's take a look at the 1983 double die reverse. It's not listed in this book I have, but I know for a fact it's valuable. I think up to $350. I may be wrong, but at least $200. But still worth keeping. This is the end of the video. I hope you'll enjoy this series, and I'll see you in the next one.